This is my first live stream, and I'm doing it from down in New York City. And what we're going to do is to walk down the High Line. I'm at the beginning of it, 33rd and 9th. This is what the beginning looks like. So let's go. See? Proof. It's the High Line. So what I'll do is probably just randomly switch it back and forth so that you can see what's going on, where we're going, all that kind of good stuff. Don't have to look at my handsome face all the time. So, yes. I'm wondering, this is the first time I'm doing one of these live streams, and I'm wondering if a notification is sent out when the stream goes live. I know there's one sent out that it's scheduled or upcoming, but yeah, be interesting. Be very interesting to see who gets on here first too. First person gets the best shout out. So I'm just going to meander a little, and this is where we are. Midtown West. So I apologize if things are a little shaky, but let me see. I can check out all these. Oops. I think I just muted it. Oops. Let's see. What does this do? Oh, okay. Let's go with no filter. So the High Line is a pedestrian walking path which was built over the remaining tracks from the old freight train lines that used to bring goods in and out of New York City. So it was decided, somebody really wise and clever decided, oh, we can use that for the public good. So they did. And so we get sites like this. So along the way, there are numerous art installations. This one is kind of cool. Some people claim it's red, some people say it's pink. Whatever it is, it's cool. So maybe I should sit a minute. I don't know. Not just. I was gonna say maybe I should just sit a minute and wait for anybody to show up, but nah, not doing that. So what I'll do is I'll take the time to explore these buttons. Okay. What's that one? Okay. I am actually going to stop for a second. I'm early. I'm 10 minutes early at this point. So I'm going to sit here and investigate. Oops. Sorry about that. So YouTube just really rolled out this feature to everybody. Well, most people, I think. I'm not sure it's to everybody, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. They rolled out this feature with the vertical live stream, and it's not, shall we say, streamlined. So a little tricky to get it set up. Or at least it was this first time. So, but I suppose it won't be so bad in the future. I've learned a few things already. And let me see. Basically, they made it so that if you're scrolling through the shorts feed, you can come across these live streams and choose or choose not to watch. Alternately, you can go directly to the live stream, assuming you know the individual you wish to see, and join them. Okay, someone's on board, but I have no way of knowing who just yet. And they left. Okay, that's fine. I wonder if there's some way of making Hey Colin, how you doing? So I can see, there you go. I can see the comment in the bottom, but you didn't show up as actually being in the feed, so that was kind of confusing. But good morning from New York. I'm a little bit early. Yeah, so I was just waiting for anybody to get on board, and then I was gonna kick this car into gear, but I might just get going soon anyway. It's a beautiful day in New York. Don't know if you can, wait, you can't see it. Of course not. I have to show it to you. Let's see, can we see? Beautiful blue skies, sun is up. I mean, it's only 10 o'clock, so it's not fully up yet. But it really is a good day to walk, that's for sure. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start walking. So, like I said, or have mentioned, I'm at the High Line in Manhattan. This is over on the west side, almost at the Hudson River. In a second, you'll be able to see a couple of I'm not so fond of them, but they are tourist attractions. So what I'll do is I'll turn the camera around so you can get a peek at them. One of them is a performing arts center, so I don't know how much of an attraction that is. It's more useful for us here. Someone else is on board. Good morning to you. So this section over here is Hudson. Oh, by the way, can somebody tell me if the sound is coming through okay? I'm using my wireless mic and I can't tell. Hey Ali, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, And you timed it well too, because you'll like this next bit. It's very touristy. Oh, sound is good? Great. Thank you very much. Thank you. These are all things that I can't tell from this end, so. Okay, so I'm gonna turn you around so you can see where I'm at. So this is the vessel out here in Hudson Yards. Over here is something called the barn or the shed or some stupid name like that. And it's a performing arts center that actually expands. So, cool, I guess. So yeah, the vessel. Now, it's got all this copper cladding on it and it looks very picturesque. There have been at least 5 suicides on this piece of tourism nonsense, which is why nobody can climb up it anymore. Before, you used to be able to take stairs. I think you can see them there. You could go all the way up to the top, but they had to stop that because 5 people at least went up there and came down the expressway. So, gonna move on back to the High Line. Oh, the obligatory tourist posing, holding up the attraction. Very good, because it would fall without your help. All right. I apologize for snarkiness. It's my way. If you know me, you know. So heading back over to the High Line. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to turn you around. The High Line is a reclaimed, oh, there goes that vessel again behind me. It's a reclaimed, hey Ian, how you doing? How's your walk going? My friend Ian walks over the Isle of Wight and posts some beautiful images, edited to perfection by his lovely wife, my cousin. I'm not biased, just honest. Snark is always good. There are, okay, like I said, the High Line, oh yeah. There was a freight line that used to bring goods in and out of New York City back in the day. I imagine late 1800s, early 1900s. It's early for me, and I've only just had my coffee, so you got to excuse me. So these train tracks, these elevated train tracks, sat unused for the longest time. When I came here in 1981, it was just decrepit overhead train tracks that you could not access. I just want to show you something kind of cool. I'm not going to go all the way this way. Turn you around again. Okay. So over that way would be New Jersey, Hudson River. But this guy puts a smile on my face. No idea what he's supposed to symbolize or mean, but there you go. Okay. So what they did when they built this pedestrian walkway, park, whatever, urban park. Yeah, that'll do, urban park. What they did is they left in some of the remaining sections of track, platform, what have you. They incorporated it into the new design, and I think it works rather well. So the High Line is like one of my favorite places to walk in the city. And it is a very popular place. And I'm gonna have to get ahead of this slow moving train over here, if I can. Okay. All right. Yeah. So like I was saying, High Line is one of my favorite places in the city to walk. Turn you around a minute, don't want to be rude. I've got a few favorite places I like to walk in New York City. Central Park, the High Line, right here. The Coney Island Boardwalk. And well, there are just quite a few places that you wouldn't expect, and they're a little bit off the beaten trail sometimes, or they remove you from the hustle and bustle of the city, and it's fun. So basically, what I'm doing right now, by the sound of it, is I'm trying to sell you guys on a visit to New York. So I know I'd love to see anybody come to New York, but particularly friends and family. So let's take another quick look. Hold on. As I mentioned earlier, there are pieces of art visible along the way. Some physical 3D structures, some are just 2D paintings, and I don't know if you can see that one because of the glare from the sun. So I'll give up. There's a look towards New Jersey. So about 2 blocks over, got the Hudson River, and then, okay, I'm gonna go on a limb and say Hoboken. Either way, it's New Jersey. So yeah, this is a cool walk. Other places, Brooklyn Bridge is cool. Cool? The Brooklyn Bridge. That's a really nice walk. I highly recommend. And where else is good? Oh, the promenade in Brooklyn Heights is also good. Okay. I'm going to turn you around. Okay. So I did warn before, I'll warn again. I am going to flip you around occasionally so that you can see me. And when there's something interesting, like this building that I'm approaching now, here you go again. I don't know if this qualifies as being Art Deco or avant-garde or whatever. Strictly speaking, Ali, this is meant to be for pedestrian use only, but as you just saw, people ride bikes, scooters, skates, and if you, let me just show you this quickly. It doesn't seem like you'd want to skate or ride a scooter on here. It's not a entirely smooth surface. Oh, here's some more of the old train track there. So you can walk alongside a piece of history. Cool. Okay, let's get back to this building because it is rather cool and it looks good in this light. Okay, I flipped you around. I didn't need to. And they frequently change up the sculptures that they have out front. I'm not sure what that one's meant to be. There's another one. But I just like the design of this building. I think it's really cool. But onwards. So, yeah, come to New York, basically. So, anybody who doesn't know me, obviously my name is Ken. I'm originally from the United Kingdom, but I've been living in New York since 1981. So that's pretty much 43 years. And gotta admit, love the city. Colin, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's residential or a hotel. My feeling is it's one or the other. Hi, Fee. How you doing? Um, it looks residential to me, but I'll find out. I will find out. Not today, obviously, but not right now anyway. Now, I'm not exactly sure of the length of the High Line. Somebody can look that up if they want to. It's a nice little walk, probably from top to tail. Nice 20, 30-minute walk. Probably no more than that. It's really nice in the spring, and it's really nice when they don't have scaffolding all over the place. But I guess they gotta maintain. And to my left, that's actually a school. And to the right are the remnants of old factories and stuff that used to line the length of this railroad when it was one. Uh-oh, school group. So, yeah. I did not think it would be quite so busy out here today, but 1.45 miles, thank you very much. My fact checker is on the money. And I wonder if my fact checker can tell me when the original rail line went out of use and the High Line was built. And then we can share that with the group. So, yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about me, my favorite subject. Hold on. While I talk about me, you can see the city. So yeah, came here in 1981, grew up around Oxford in England. We came here in 1981 and never looked back, kind of, really. Not to live, anyway. I do miss United Kingdom. He's happy. So this is where we've just come from. And this is where we're going. Yeah. I try to get back to England as much as I can, and those of you who know me will attest to that. But yeah, I love New York, I really do. Okay, so apparently in 2009 the first section of the High Line was built. But, oh, Miss Fact Checker, when did the original rail line go out of service? Haha. So, while I have my cousin checking on that. So, yes, more about me. So, I took early retirement 2 years ago, and one of the main benefits of doing so is I have all this time on my hand. Uh-oh, another co-building, hold on. Now, yeah, the collaboration is really cool and helpful, I must admit. I probably should have researched some of this before I came out, but this was always designed to be an impromptu first time out, and we got a piece of art. So, hold on. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, retirement. Well, if we researched it before we went out, we'd lose the spontaneity. That's my feeling, my excuse. So, yes, early retirement, about 2 years ago, which gives me now the time to indulge myself in what you might call urban rambles. But when the weather gets warmer, there's also going to be some cycling involved. So, yeah, I thought you might agree, Ian. Um, there's a piece of art over across the street that I really wanted to take a look at, but I have to make do with this one that's here instead. Hold on a second, I'm going to get in position so you can see it. It's behind me at the moment. Oh, yeah, it's behind me at the moment. Actually, that's kind of appropriate. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Okay, so train use dwindled and the southernmost section was demolished in the 1960s. Decline continued into the 1970s, with all traffic finally ceased by the 1980s. Okay, so that means it sat for nearly 20 years unused. In 1983, the ideas of the High Line began to grow. Oh, my research assistant is on the case. Oh, this is a nice little stretch. Here you go. So they have plantings along the way, not just artworks. And we even got holly, just in time for Christmas. And the cherries, them are blossoming, or whatever these are. But yeah, this is one of the most pleasant walks you can do. I rank this probably second on my list of the best walks in the city. I always will put the Brooklyn Bridge at number one. And I suppose one of these days, probably not too soon from now, not too long from now. Soon? Okay, that sentence got away from me. But I'll probably do one of these walks across the Brooklyn Bridge so that those who can't make it to New York can be here vicariously through me. Which sounds a bit weird. I'm sorry I phrased it that way. Now, it's probably getting up around 50 degrees right now. We use Fahrenheit, obviously, in the United States. That's probably 20 liters or 2,000 euros, where my English, British peoples live. Not quite sure of the conversion rate. Multiply it by a Greenwich factor of 2 liters or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's around 52 degrees, I think. And I think we said that the length of from top to bottom is 1.45 miles, 10 Celsius. That's not really very warm though, is it? I don't know. 10 sounds low. You see, when I say 50, I feel something. You know? 10, I just want to stay inside. Okay, here's another cool pair of buildings. I like the way these look. Let's have another quick look back. So all the way back there is where what was that thing? The vessel and all that is, Hudson Yards. And at the top there is I think it's called the Ledge. It's supposed to be the highest open air platform that you can go out on and look over the city, I think. And we don't need to fact check that one. That's not important. Okay, so where were we? Where am I? So, yes, retired from England, blah, blah, blah. Been here 43 years. Right. So, this YouTube thing. Well, started that originally when me and my wife, the lovely Gabby, started traveling more and had a other channel which is now pretty much defunct, and we were going to post our exploits there. Really, it was set up when our kids moved out, but I just couldn't keep up with that. There was a blog as well that went along with it, but it didn't quite work. So now this new channel that I have, KenGriffith45. Okay, so we've got a stranger in the midst who is quite friendly. But what am I gonna say? Yeah, this channel now is I'm gonna definitely have to turn on the comment moderation on future walks. And I don't know if the phone is doing any kind of stabilization. I do have gimbals that I can put the phone on. I just couldn't be bothered to set it up yesterday and balance it for today. So I figured I'd just do this quick down and dirty. And so this is what we got. Now they're cleaning up, doing construction, I guess to get ready for spring and summer. And okay, one of my favorite murals is across the street, so yeah, I know, right? I guess that is when you're famous, when they come out of the woodwork at you. Hold on one second. I don't know if you can see that. Yes. It's a mural by a Brazilian artist, Cobra, with a K. And this one features Mr. Mahatma Gandhi on the right and Mother Teresa on the left. He has many murals around the city. I like his style. He's like a prismatic coloration style, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. But yeah, sometimes it's fun just to walk around the city and just see the things that are there to see. Sometimes you never know what you'll see. Oh, okay. Here's one just for Ali. Just to prove that spring has sprung in New York. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, you never know what you're going to find. And right here is a perfect example. Gaming with Samrat. How you doing? Weren't they? Not quite. Those crocuses were nice, but not as good as the orchids that I saw. Ooh, was I? Not yesterday, day before. That video will be up by Friday if anyone's interested in seeing what the 2024 Orchid Show looked like. Okay, we're doing good here with these dummies with their comments. Okay, let's see. Okay. Now the delightful thing is I just figured out how to put trolls into timeout, which is cool. You can go and see what he said. I don't care, that's up to you. So yeah, you can see where we went. This is where we're going. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is definitely work on a list of banned words for these walkie-talkies. So gaming with Samrat, well, he used up his time, not very effectively, and wasted mine. Okay, we're coming up on another thing that is new in New York within the last, I want to say 5 years. Somewhere within the last 5 years. They built on reclaimed land in the Hudson, probably over a couple of piers, something that they call Little Island. So I'm going to try and give you a look at that right now after we take a look down this street, because it's New York and you should see. So this is when they needed to transport goods from, you know, factory to warehouse, etc. They would, rather than go all downstairs and then back upstairs in the next building, just go straight across the bridge. We are on Hightown. We are on the High Line in New York City, over on the west side. Now, what I was just mentioning was over here, this is all reclaimed land. And they built an island there, and let's see if we can get a better look. The problem with this being vertical format is that I cannot capture the width of what we're looking at. But let's see if I can show you anything. So under there is water. They built with these strange mushroom-shaped pylons and then filled in like landfill on top of them. And there's all kind of trees, plantings. There's at least 2 auditoriums. Not auditoriums. What do they call that? Like stages. And water. Performing arts stages, yes. And yeah, a lot of people enjoy it. For me, I don't know if you can make out, it seems to me that you have to, when you go in, you then have to walk all the way up here and then to walk all the way down. I'm not doing all that walking uphill. Just not, it's not me. So, yeah, at various points, as you can see ahead, and as we've already seen, the High Line cuts through underneath buildings. This one looks to be an office building. And this is 14th Street, right here. Sorry if the sun is glaring there, but yeah. That's 14th Street looking east. we are on the west side. Here's a quick look back at where we came from. And a slow pan left as we continue walking. Pinak, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. Didn't see you in, must be heading for a year now. But we'll work on that this year. We'll collaborate on something. What do you think? So yes, resolution is not that good. Probably because of the, I want to guess that's YouTube. I don't really have much control over the resolution. At least I can't find any way to change the resolution. So it was, I was told, looking better before. But, you know, what can you do? I imagine there are a lot of people flooding YouTube right now. You know what I might do? No, I'm not going to do it. What I was about to say, undoubtedly, once it's available offline, it will look better. Okay, turn around. So you can see the remnants of one of the piers right here. And that's Little Island right there. I don't know if me zooming in and out is affecting the resolution. If so, that's on me and I apologize. But so I've been live for 42 minutes and I'm almost to the end of the highlight. So my estimate of it being like a 30-minute walk is probably quite spot on. Okay, so again, we got a couple of installations here that purport to be art. Okay, Ian, best of luck. Don't get caught in that. Okay. Actually, I can see this being quite peaceful to just sit here and occasionally glance at this, whatever it is. Okay. Over here to the right is the Whitney Museum of Modern Art. And this is the meatpacking district where all of the meat was packed. Seems kind of logical when you think about it. You can see New Jersey across the river. Let's just get your little zoom there. And I hope that's not wrecking things. What is that they need to open in Houston, my friend? One of these walks, like the High Line? I'm imagining that's what you mean. So, not everything is blooming yet because it's still March. Oh, Whitney Houston. Okay, I missed that one. Nice. That was very nice, actually. Okay, everybody should be giving him a clap for that one. Okay. I quite like that. I'm going to have to tell Gabby that one. Yeah, so this here now is pretty much the end of the walk, so of the High Line anyway. So what I'm going to do is go down, cross over the street, and no, I'm not going to do that. I will go down and cross over the street, but I'm not going onto Little Island. Not even for you good people. So there are elevators at spaced intervals on the High Line, so you don't always have to take stairs. There are plenty of staircases going up and down. Anyone who's wondering about the technical aspects, this is on my iPhone 14 Pro Max using the DJI Wireless Mic 2 for the sound. Got the little wind muff on it so that the breeze doesn't sound like a force 10 gale. So the Whitney has a rooftop, but I think you can only access it by going into the Whitney. Yeah, now I've said going into Whitney, and that sounds bad. I mean, yeah. Thanks, Peanut. You changed that immensely now. But what I'm going to do is go over the West Side Highway over here. This is the line of people waiting to get into the Whitney Museum. And we'll get a little closer look at the Little Island. So let's turn you around. So, yes, very popular museum. Oh, even to me, that looked like the quality went out there. True, I see that, Ali. Not quite sure what to say there. It does look different without the full foliage, but I like it anyway. I got to admit. Okay, so now we are going alongside the West Side Highway because I'm going to get you a closer look at this little island. I don't plan to climb up it, not for anybody, but we can go take a look. Oops. I do intend to make another video, but with a more, and I hate to use this word and sound like everybody else on YouTube, cinematic look of the High Line. But not today. I'll wait until, you know, spring has properly sprung. So some of the meatpacking places are still in operation, but many of the places have been turned into like nightclubs and stuff like that. Oh, wonderful. Just what I was hoping for. This hotel up here, I don't know if you can see this person over there, is stark naked in the window. And what used to happen is, I don't know if, hold on. Okay, yes. Nude, yeah, naked, nude, totally, stalkers. And just full up on the window. What used to happen was people would actually have, this is a hotel, so hold on, let me get you a look at it. And it straddles the, appropriately, it straddles the High Line. And people would come there and literally have sex in the windows. And there was a huge effort put forth by the city to police it and stop that from happening, but that's the first time I've ever seen anybody nude in one of the windows, even though I'd always heard about it. So, yeah, he's gone now. He closed the curtains. Sorry. I really hope that shows up in the when this live feed is finished on the final video. Okay. Someone's got a message. The fluorescence has begun. Not a clue. I'll just have to take their word for it. Normal for New York. Yeah, yeah. You do see a lot of strange things, I will admit. But don't be misled. It's just the same as the reports that we get over here about the, incredible amount of knife violence in London. I've never seen any. Don't know anyone who's seen any. And it's the same here. He switched to Mac. They tend to publicize the more salacious aspects of life in New York while ignoring all the good stuff. All right, let's see if I almost got hit by that lady. I think I can cross here. So, yeah, like I say, in all the years and all the times that I have come and walked under this hotel, I have never seen anybody in the window doing anything until today. So that was a first for me as well. So now, gotta wait for traffic to stop so I can cross over and get you a look at Little Island. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. It's actually amazing when you walk around with a camera in New York, how many people want to be filmed. You always see those clips of people saying, "You can't film me, you can't film me." But so many people want to say hello, and they don't even know what kind of video you're making, what kind of audience you have. So, okay, let's cross. Let's look up. What's the highway? Not much to see, really. Pier 57, that's where, no, just up from Pier 57, they use some of the other pier buildings to film Law and Order, like the original. So, right now, this little island thing. Okay, so we have to look out for bicycles. So first of all, I will take you to here. So there we go. All right. So, and down that way is the Freedom Tower. Nowhere near as cool as the Twin Towers, but it's what we got. Now, okay, I'm trying to think where to go next, but okay, so here we go. Walking up to Little Island. So I think they rebuilt this pier, and there's another one you can use over there also to get on. And it looks nice and everything. And amphitheaters, that's the word I was looking for. They have 2 amphitheaters, to the best of my knowledge, where they have performances and stuff out here. But what they also have is a lot of steps. And I am not cool with that at all. It's pretty, it's nice. It's very popular, there's no doubt. Okay, they're not Mozarts. Okay, that show's going on hall. So you have a choice. With either stairs or twisty-turny ramps. I don't know what would be better. You were gonna jump it? She wanted to jump it. Okay, let's go up this way. This is actually my first time coming out to this thing, this little island. And I did not know that they had these actual ramps that you could walk up. Good camera. Oh, I have one of those too. Yeah. So, yeah, the ramps make it considerably easier. Let me turn you around again. Yeah, so the guy I just passed has one of those 360 cameras, the Insta 360 X3, which I also have at home, not with me, and they're great fun. Okay, don't be drunk when you walk up here, because that one will make you fall. Okay, just to prove we are in New York, Empire State Building. Yay. Okay, and this is the walkway that we just crossed to come up here. Well, Ali, that was one of the reasons I decided to come out today, because the weather forecast was very favorable. Okay, that's nice. Oh, darn. Okay, I got hit with steps. Okay, that's enough. I'm not doing steps today. Well, not stairs, steps anyway. So, that's it. I am going to call this a day. Thank you for coming with me, especially you, Ali, Ian, Fee, Pinak, Colin, Tom, and anybody else who I missed. Thank you anyway. Okay. Not quite ready for prime time. So, thank you very much for watching. Do the usual, or the, the liking, the commenting, the sharing, the subscribing, definitely. And yeah, thumbs up would be nice, not mandatory. But I believe I am going to call it a day, and I'm going to go buy some British products at a store nearby. And I'll just leave you with this last look You definitely don't have to do that, Ali, but I do appreciate the sentiment. So, calling it a day, thank you. It was kind of fun. And now that I know more about what I'm doing with this live streaming stuff, I will, yeah, another hour closer to monetization. Yep, very important. Actually, I'm not sure if it's just the 1 hour or if it's multiplied by the amount of people plus the time. You know, because if each individual watches it for an hour, and let's say there were 4 individuals, does that count as 4 hours? I don't know. I haven't figured that out either. But other things I have figured out with this live stream thing, I do definitely have to get my phone up on the gimbal. The wireless mic 2 is an amazing piece of kit. It definitely does the job. What else? Maybe, unless I can convince my lovely cousin to be online every time I do one of these, maybe I'll do some research for whatever my location is next time. And anybody who has any ideas about where they'd like me to walk, um, assuming you can't get to New York and you want to see something specific in New York, let me know. I don't mind considering all kind of places. In fact, the more ideas, the better. Hey, sis. Bryce Stone. So my older sister just signed on. How you doing, girl? Uh, Not quite sure. Well, I guess you were at work, so I guess this was it. But you pretty much missed the rest of the walk. I'm basically signing off right now. Things that are necessary, yes. Well, number one was the gimbal. Well, it's good to see you anyway, sis. The gimbal's necessary to keep things stabler. The wireless mic works wonderfully. I now know. What else do I need? What I forgot, what I should have brought was a battery pack in case I use up all my phone juice. I started off at 100% and I'm down to 61% after this hour of live streaming. So that's not terrible. Just use 40%. That's not bad. I can live with that. And the iPhone is pretty good in terms of managing the battery life. So that's good. Which wireless mic do you use if you have time to share? The DJI Wireless Mic 2. I also have the original DJI Wireless Mic, and that may be making a one-way trip with me to the UK in June. Hint, hint. And it works just as well. It really does. The only difference with the wireless mic 2 is you don't need to have a receiver unit plugged into your device, whereas you do with the wireless mic 1. With the wireless mic 2, it will actually show up in your Bluetooth menu, I believe, and works from there. So that's really it. So I just really needed battery pack. I got the wireless mic. It is right there. That's how it looks. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the gimbal. And I have 2 gimbals I can use, so that's no problem. One of those also might be making a one-way trip to the UK. But let's not tell the Internal Revenue or whoever it is that feels like they can just tax everything. Oh, okay, Ali, I gotta just show you this. I hope you're still there. This is new, and I heard about it. we have something approaching a beach right here in Manhattan. This is Gainesville Peninsula Sand Bluff. And again, it's built over one of the old disused piers. Yeah, I don't imagine bathing is good there. Or fishing. No one should fish in the East River. I mean in the Hudson River or the East River. Neither one. You pull out like fish with 3 heads, stuff like that. Not kosher. So, yeah, I think this live stream thing could be fun. I don't know yet what kind of frequency I might do. I'm looking or thinking of weekly. But that means I have to have a whole list of spots ready to go to. So hopefully there'll be some suggestions. Hint, 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 hint. Let's get another look at that Sandy Bluff thing. I can picture in an evening, you sit there with your little cocktails. That wouldn't be too bad. Another thing I'm going to do is to ride down this path alongside the West Side Highway. Here's another look at New Jersey across the way. Yeah, I think by me magnifying that, it definitely loses detail. So, yeah. Okay, sadly, I thought this was just the remnants of some kind of pier building. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be a piece of art. They're calling this a sculpture. Day's End. Stainless steel and precast concrete. Okay. I think people like Michelangelo would be turning in their grave to see that described as a sculpture. Alrighty, enough, because I can only ramble but so long. I need to find a street crossing. Oh, got it. And I'm going. So thank you again, everybody, for tuning in and keeping me company. Yeah, it's ridiculous what's called sculpture or even art nowadays, but what are you going to do? Anything can identify as anything, right? Yeah, so anyway, again, thank you very much. Thank you, Colin, for being around from the beginning. Thank you, Ali, also, same. Ian, Leafy Fifu, I love saying that. Tom, whoever else was here, even the trolls. Ali, I will send you information about that wireless mic. You can see if it's of interest to you. And thank you, everybody. Farewell. Thank you.